exhausted. I woke up like maybe 20 minutes ago, so we're gonna just jump straight into it. Unfortunately, I did just sit and watch some TikTok after making my cereal, so it's unfortunately gone a little bit soggy. But what we've got to do, got today is some Special K, which is just like bran flakes, I guess, with desiccated strawberries and cherries in there. But let's just jump straight into it. Not too bad. I thought today I'd talk maybe a little bit about some stuff I've been watching. In particular, maybe just touching on some, probably just like on some anime that I've been watching. If you've not told already, by previous videos talking about them, I'm a bit of a weeb. I do watch anime. I've done for a while. By a while, I mean like, I guess forever. Kind of grew up on Ghibli movies. Things like Dragon Ball, etc. But I didn't watch really much of anything for a while, other than a few things that appeared on Netflix. But in like the last, I don't even know how long, like maybe 8 or 9 months, we got Crunchyroll, and so we've been using that more than basically anything else. Whoops. And yeah, been watching some stuff on there. I've been watching, I haven't done some videos on it, but like we talked about solo leveling previously. I'm trying to think what else. What else did I do a video? I don't remember. But Kerry and I have been watching Jujutsu Kaisen, or we did watch Jujutsu Kaisen. I love that. Oh, that show's so good, man. Season 2 is just such like a heartbreak. In like a good way. It's a great show. But recently I've been watching I mean, I don't want to say it's obscure because I don't really think it is, but it's one that I don't think a lot of people have watched, maybe, I don't know. And that is MASH, Muscles and Magic. I've got kind of a bit of a funny story with that one. So I had a friend over a while back, and he stayed around and we were watching some stuff. Anyway, when was this? I think this might have been back in February, you know. It's a while ago. And basically, we were just like watching some different anime, so I think we were watching some of Jujutsu Kaisen at the time. And after we watched some of it, him and I watched some other stuff, and he put on on MASH, which is so funny. It's like a comedy anime, and yeah, I loved it. I really loved it. And then we only watched a couple of episodes, and then I basically binge watched the whole of the first season. And at the time, season 2 hadn't come out. I eventually found out that it had come out. I don't remember how long later it was after that, but it was coming out weekly at the time. Well, the whole show is how I was watching it dubbed. What are you going to do? So the English dub was coming out week after week. But I kind of liked not binge watching it. It was kind of nice to have one of those like animes, or just a show in general, that you like wait for the next episode for. That was good. The cereal is done. Oh god, try flake approach to the back of my throat. That was good seeing it like every week. That was pretty fun. But yeah, I went. So the funny story about that was I went to a local shop, and Katie and I were in there, and we were just walking around, picking stuff up. Just like a little shop, like a small shop, not like a supermarket. And when we were in there, some guy was on the phone walking through, and I didn't really pick up his conversation until a little while in, because, you know, it just seemed like a normal conversation. But then he started saying something like, oh yeah, it's a mix between Harry Potter and One Punch Man, and my ear just went, because I knew exactly what he was talking about. He was 100% talking about MASH. And then he started saying some other stuff, but I like that made it more clear that it was talking about MASH. But that is a very accurate way to describe it, and how I would describe it to anyone in the future is, it is literally One Punch Man meets Harry Potter. Because the whole premise of the show is that he is the only guy that can, well, not the only guy, but like everyone in the world more or less can use magic, and it's illegal to not be able to use magic. Like, people who can't use magic are like killed, I guess, or at least imprisoned. And so this guy can't use magic, but he's very muscular. He like works out, and he ends up getting sent to a magic school, and everyone there thinks he can do magic because he's just like using his muscles to do things. Like, for example, he can fly by kicking his legs like really quickly to just make himself like float around, or like people think he can teleport, but actually he just runs really quickly, and like all these little things. And it's really funny. Like, it's a joke, and it is that One Punch sort of character that is like overpowered. It's the overpowered character trope, which is very funny indeed. So yeah, there we go. Oh, that is very nice. Just a simple English breakfast tea, nothing fancy there. I don't know what that would be like to other people in different countries. Would it just be, I guess it would just be an English breakfast tea. I think that's what it's referred to as, but it's just a tea here. I don't really drink anything else. Some people drink Earl Grey, but I just can't stand the stuff. I think Earl Grey is disgusting. It's just gross. Anything else, like, it's not really like the standard. People do drink like jasmine and green tea, but like, it's, that's if like you're like trying to be unique, or you're drinking it for a specific purpose. I don't know why I said that, because I have previously drunk it for those reasons. yes, I've eaten my cereal now, so we're moving on to just the drinking portion of the vid. Yeah, I watched Solo Leveling as well, as you will be aware. What else? What else I've been watching recently? I started watching. What was it? I died and got reincarnated as a slime. I didn't realise that was a genre, like people dying and then being reincarnated in another world. I didn't realise that was just a thing, but apparently it is. Apparently The Reincarnated into a Slime is a good show. I watched an episode of it and I just didn't really fuck with it. Sorry, I had to cut that out. Upstairs is drilling once again, so that's fun. But there we go. Hopefully it won't go on for too long. I forgot what I was saying now. Oh, The Reincarnated as a Slime. It's apparently a good show. I watched the first episode and I can't say I was too taken with it. It wasn't bad. I just didn't. I don't know. Like, I feel like if a show doesn't take me in the first episode, I'm never truly invested in it, and so I don't know, man. I didn't really fuck with it. I might give it more chances, only because other people have suggested it to me, and I think I'd like to give it a go. So I probably will get around to watching that at some point. Typically, when people give me suggestions, there are like 2 people that give me suggestions to watch things, and every time they're generally right. So I kind of trust in that. I started watching Ghost Stories. That's funny. The English dub, obviously, the superior version, which is very, very funny. If you've not watched the English version of Ghost Stories, you have to. It's hilarious. I can't remember the exact story behind it, but if I recall, it's something like the voice actors were just like, I don't know if it was the budget thing or if the voice actors just were told, "Oh, just make something up. As long as you get the story right, just say whatever you want." And it works so well. It's so funny. So you should definitely watch that if you've not experienced the English Ghost Stories. This was a while back, but I want to bring this up again because again, I think it's a really niche anime, and that's Comrite High School. Comrite High School is an anime where I think again similar to Ghost Stories, or at least what I think is the story with Ghost Stories, but more on the animation side. Basically, this show had its budget dropped or something, and there were a bunch of errors in the animation because of it. I don't think it's an intentional design choice, if I recall. It's more one of those things when you put the animation into practice, sometimes it will just look bizarre, or something won't work, or there'll be something that just slides off screen. And so Comrite High School does just leaves it in, and it's the craziest thing. But that has a talking gorilla in it, and literal Freddie Mercury who rides a horse at Comrite High School, and it's this super serious, overly serious anime to the point that it's comical. And when I say overly serious, I mean the characters take everything very seriously, super dramatic, but it's a comedy. And yeah, you should definitely check that out if you're unfamiliar with Comrite High School. Again, I think it is kind of niche. I don't think I've heard anyone talk about it really. I can't remember what I found it on. I think it was I did a tier list of super obscure animes that people enjoy, or top 10 animes you haven't heard about, or something like that. And Comrite High School was on there, and that's how I found that many years ago. Probably, God, how old am I? Over a decade ago, probably. Actually, it might be less than that. I don't really remember. Time means nothing when you're at a certain age, right? Or the older folk in the viewers right now kind of probably know what I'm saying there. But yeah, I want to just check it if it was called Got My Eyes Score. I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. Pretty sure. Oh gosh. Whoops. Sorry about that. Yep. Cromarite High School. So CROMARTIE High School. It was a series from 2003 to 2004. And a satire comedy of the misfits high school with punks, robots, grillers, and much more. And Freddie Mercury. It's very, very funny. It's such a good anime. It's like got that classic 2000s style, but like it's just super, super, super over the top, and that's just what makes it so funny. I wonder if there's like what I was saying is in the trivia. It's not in the trivia, but I'm sure it wasn't like it wasn't intentional design choice that it. Now I'm looking at all the details that people like people's reviews. Wow, it's got 9 reviews on IMDb. It is not very well known at all. I want to just see if I can find anything. Yeah, so this is kind of what I mean. So stylistically, the anime is quite budget. There's very little in the way of actual animation, and that's true. It is really, really stylized. It's not everyone's cup of tea. There's a good chance you won't like it, but you've got to give it a chance. It's very funny. The characters often speaking in front of blank backgrounds and repetitive shots used. The short length of episodes also suggests a limited budget. It feels like watching a manga rather than actually watching an anime. Yeah. But there are things like where someone, like the example that I can give, I can't remember if this is actually something that happens in it or not, but I'm pretty sure it is. Like someone will be, like the blank screen, someone's talking, and their mouth is still being animated, but it's just moving off of the screen. And it's like, it doesn't look like it's an intentional choice, but like, it's intentionally been kept in. This is a good example of someone saying it's an absurdist short form comedy, parodying the Japanese juvenile delinquent genre. Yeah, it's really, really good. I think it's hilarious. I might give it a secondary watch, but it is only like a short anime, I guess, which is sad because it was very funny. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there are any other things that I've watched recently. Obviously, I did a video about Spy Family, which I watched, and that is a great anime, very like light-hearted, though at times kind of dark, especially in the second season. There's a lot of violence. I think I said that in my like review video, if you can call it that. But yeah, I watched that. I don't know, man. Maybe you should give me some suggestions. I tell you what, in the comments of this video, give me your suggestions for some anime to watch on Crunchyroll, and I'll try and get around to watching it and try to do like maybe a little review video on it. I think maybe I might start doing more of that, just like doing review videos for things I've been watching review videos on like specific episodes of Black Mirror, and I think that's really cool. So I might start for things like Black Mirror, like individual episodes, right? So it's more plausible to do that. They're like mini movies, or short films. Is probably the better term to use there. So yeah, I'm going to finish up this tea quickly. Oh, I breathed in as I was letting out the small burp, and that was kind of painful. Alright, well, thank you very much for listening in. I really appreciate the time that you've spent listening to the video. Feel free to drop some comments about some suggestions of anime to watch. I've watched the classics, Bleach, most of Attack on Titan. I'll be honest, I haven't finished Attack on Titan. Death Note, High School of the Dead, Sailor Moon, even that was my shit. Sailor Moon, Bleach, Death Note, that was my jam back in the day. What else? What's the one that was on Netflix? High School, not High School, High Rise, something. I watched that season. What else have I watched? I watched a lot of Fairy Tail. I got really, really far through that. Never finished it. I think I got to a tournament by two other like dragon, whatever they're called, mages. I can't remember what the term is, sorcerers, whatever. But they turned up in like some kind of tournament. That's as far as I got with Fairy Tail. I never watched really Naruto, certainly not Boruto or any of the newer stuff. I just didn't really get into it, and same with One Piece as well, to be honest. And they're just so long now, like I just could never get back into it. I've watched all of Dragon Ball, so no need to suggest those. I've already delved very deep into those. But if you have any other suggestions, there's probably others I can't think of off the top of my head. Would people be like, say I'm a heathen to suggest that Last Airbender counts as that? I feel like that's like that's like a Marmite issue, right? It's either an anime or it isn't an anime, depending on who you ask. But I fall into the category of saying at the very least it's anime adjacent. But there we go. Anyway, I digress before I go on a ramble. Thank you very much for listening. If you enjoyed, drop a like on the video. I'd appreciate it. Consider subscribing if you're not already. There are a lot of you that aren't subscribed to the videos, but you watch a fair amount of it. So definitely consider doing that if you've made it this far. What else? Oh, of course, the videos at the end of the screen. At the end of the video. Whatever. The videos appearing on the screen right now. Go check them out. I'm sure you'll find one to enjoy there. So have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoy whatever you've got coming up for you in the day ahead. And take care. I'll see you in the